Isn't that nice? It's so relaxing.
Relaxing.
We hope you're all relaxed. And thank you for joining us for another edition of Don Hammond's Arlington Weekly News. I'm Craig Nolan. Thanks for joining us.
Buenas noches. I'm Daniel Pineda.
Buenas noches, indeed. So, usual suspects here, and I'll run them down for you quickly. Our news and community bulletin board. A roll-in.
Adele and It's Easy Being Green.
CBB is in there in the mix somewhere too. Also, another roll-in, giving you a little information about Lubber Run, our News for Seniors segment, and then one more roll-in. What would a show be without roll-ins? Talking about Opera Nova. And that's our show, but before we begin, social media reminder of Senior Pineda.
Absolutely, Mr. Nolan. You can watch the Arlington Weekly News on our very own YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Arlington Weekly News. And the number 1, also facebook.com/Arlington Weekly News, and also on the radio, right, Craig?
Also on the radio, WERA 96.7 LPFM. Check us out. We're in your ear.
Check it out.
Here we go, as promised. First of our news items here. Well, the title of our first story is, quoting now, "Profiting from the Misfortunes of Others," unquote. This title is based on the news that U.S. Small Business Administration will grant federal loans of up to $200,000 for homes damaged by flooding on July 8th. They will also grant loans of up to $2 million for damage to businesses. In addition, homeowners and renters are eligible for loans of up to $40,000 for costs of some personal possessions that were lost in the storm. The loans, which can reportedly last up to 30 years, come with interest rates around 4% for businesses and 2% for homeowners. Daniel.
And Craig, on to other news stories for tonight. The Small Business Administration does not lend money directly. What the SBA does is set guidelines for loans made by others, including some lenders and community development organizations. In addition, the SBA can guarantee up to 85% of loans of $150,000 or less, and up to 75% of higher loan amounts. It's like having a co-signer who limits their help.
And since we're talking about loans, and there's an online loan calculator for SBA loans. Using it to estimate the total interest paid on a $100,000 loan paid back over 20 years, the result is $21,411.20 in interest. In addition, there may be other fees, such as the SBA guarantee fee, which can increase the amount of money to be repaid. When one is obliged to repay an additional $21,000, it's hard to describe the arrangement as any other kind of gift. The nicest way to describe it might be to call it a discount. Meanwhile, the lenders will still make money they would not have received had the flooding not occurred in the first place. That's why the segment is called Profit from the Misfortunes of Others. Hope you got all that. Here's Daniel.
Well, thank you, Craig. On a happier note, a conscientious mail carrier noticed an open door in accumulating mail at a home on North Trinidad Street. The carrier asked neighbors if they had seen the resident, and one of the neighbors called the police. Others found the resident, an elderly man, on the floor of his home. The man had fallen and, unable to rise, had kept himself somewhat hydrated by consuming some soft drinks that were within arm's reach. Paramedics took the man to the Virginia Hospital Center, where his condition was described as, quote-unquote, relatively good.
All right, well, that's a good news story. Okay, CBB, Community Bulletin Board file, is coming your way right after we hear from Adele and another installment of
It's Easy Being Green.
And here we think is Adele.
It's easy being green. Adele Quo is on vacation this week, but it's still easy being green, celebrating World Lizard Day. The origins of this event are obscure, but it takes place every August 14th. Participating organizations include schools, natural history museums, zoos, national parks, and others. It's usually a local affair, as international agencies and organizations have not yet taken it up, but it's still a lot of fun. There are many different kinds of lizards. Some eat insects, some eat meat, and some eat a variety of foods, both animal and plant. There is a long-standing rumor that if you try to catch a lizard by its tail, it can simply drop off the tail, escape, and then grow a new one. The interesting thing about this rumor is that for the right kind of lizard, it happens to be true. The replacement tail doesn't come in as smoothly as the original tail, but let's see you try it and see how well you do. It is also true that horned lizards can squirt blood out of their eyes when threatened. Scientists believe that this is their way of confusing predators to protect themselves, but I have yet to see a direct quotation from a lizard confirming this to be the reason. It might just be an honest reaction to stress. You may feel that way yourself sometimes. There are over 5,600 species of lizards alive today, but that number may diminish as predation and habitat loss take their toll. The largest living species is the Komodo dragon, which also happens to be venomous. The smallest species is called Brookesia micra from Madagascar. The adults are smaller than 1 1/4 inches in length, and the young are even smaller. Then there are other famous reptiles like chameleons. Here's a photo of a chameleon taken by a Mr. Shambolingu from Mayur, India. Chameleons have a reputation for being able to change color to match their surroundings, but it doesn't quite work that way. Chameleons already appear in a wide variety of colors with various skin patterns, but the actual range of color change is limited to blue-green, yellow, orange, and maybe red. In addition, the changes are not conscious, but reflect thermoregulation and excitement. World Lizard Day will have already passed by broadcast time, but be sure to remember the date for August 14th of next year, and remember, it's easy being green.
All right, we're back now as promised. Here's our CBB, Community Bulletin Board segment. Arlington Transportation Partners' annual Our Shared Street pop-up event is returning for its 3rd year in a row. The event is a block party designed to spread information about methods of transportation and how to safely share roads with others. You can also get to know some of your neighbors and participate in giveaways and other activities. This is coming up on Thursday, August 22nd. From 5 to 7 in the p.m. portion of the day in the parking lot at the intersection of South 4 Mile Run and Columbia Pike. Daniel.
And Craig, on to our next CBB story for tonight. The word storytelling may conjure up tales of fantasy and adventure, but storytelling is an important element of every idea that we express. In addition to typical stories, storytelling techniques are used to pitch ideas, advertise products, and gather support for a cause. Come learn and develop skills you can use to properly deliver your messages, covering topics such as identifying your audience, structuring your narrative, and delivery. There's a lot to learn from this event. This all takes place on Saturday, that's August the 24th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. That's at the Café Sazon at 4704 Columbia Pike.
And Daniel, also in our CBB file, Loudoun County's Wildlife Ambassadors, an organization dedicated to providing a home for animals who cannot survive in the wild, will be giving a wildlife presentation at this event. Come and meet and interact with a variety of cute and beautiful creatures from around the world while learning more about them. Afterwards, you'll be joined by professional artists from Arlington Lee Art Center for a demonstration on making clay sculptures of your newfound furry friends. This is a family-friendly event, and it's taking place on Sunday, August 25. at 11 in the a.m. portion of the day at 200 North Columbus Street. Daniel.
Well, Craig, can't beat the summer heat? Well, find some shade. This event for kids ages 3 to 5 will teach participants about sunshine, shadows, and how they interact with nature. Registration is $5. Parents' registration is not required, but they must remain on site. This is taking place on Tuesday, that's August the 27th, from 1 to 2 p.m. That's at the Long Branch Nature Center. That's located at Glen Carlin Park, located at 625 South Carlin Springs Road. Register online or give them a call. That's at 702-228-4747. And as always, we want to thank our own Jordan Kuharski for this week's CBB Stories. He always does such a great job, Craig. Thank you so much for your hard work and dedication.
Thanks, Jordan. We appreciate it. All right, don't go away. News for Seniors coming your way right after we have another installment of Everyday Arlington featuring Lubber Run.
Friends, Romans, countrymen, you are obviously way out of town because I am here at the Lubber Run Amphitheater in Arlington, Virginia. It's another part of Everyday Arlington.
Lubber Run Park officially opened on Flag Day, June 14th, 1941. However, the origin of the name Lubber Run has been shrouded in mystery. Of course, a run is a creek, and a creek is a small stream, and a stream is a body of running water, which takes us back to the root word run, which only confuses the issue. Probably the best thing is to go out and take a look at one. You could even try tossing a stone in if no one's looking. Searching for the origin of lubber is more problematic. One etymology traces it back to the 14th century and defines it as being a clumsy fellow. However, I prefer the story which relates the adventures of Sir Herbert Lubb, who came to this country in a ship of his own construction and who made quite a name for himself by navigating his craft through small streams that had hitherto been considered impassable. For example, Lubb was the first to navigate the notoriously difficult Run. As an encore, he then navigated the nearby Easy Run, which crosses the W&OD Trail about 1 mile to the east. He also invented the well-known 4-mile run. It has often been pointed out that 4-mile run, despite its name, is actually more than 4 miles in length. But what is not widely known is that Lubb had intentionally made it oversized, which was his idea of a practical joke. Speaking of jokes, the entire story of Sir Herbert Lubb is something I just made up to fill up some time. Don't get me started on the story of Sir Edward Amphitheater.
Throughout the summer, they have free performances here. These include plays, musicals, and live bands. There's even a Pops for Pets concert that happens. This is a classical music concert by the Arlington Philharmonic to which pets are invited. It's for the benefit of the Animal Welfare League of Arlington, and it's well worth coming to. It's a hoot. This is a medium shot. There's more of me, less of what's interesting. The important thing is to come on down, enjoy the Lubber Run Park and the amphitheater. This is Hef Munson. Well, this is the Lubber Run Amphitheater. I'm Hef Munson. There won't be a quiz. It's not important. I'll see you later.
All right, and we're back. As promised now, here's our News for Seniors segment. News for Seniors glasses and placed. Oh my goodness, that's what it looks like. Well, Ann Perret says that Arlington seniors have many transportation options, and she should know she represents the Commission on Aging's Transportation Committee. There are transit discounts, van rides to shopping centers, and discounted taxis for senior centers. Ms. Perret will be on hand to discuss these different arrangements as well as the costs and eligibility requirements for each one of them. That is coming up on Tuesday, August 20th at 10 in the morning at Walter Reed Community and Senior Center at 2909 16th Street South. For more information and to register, give them a call at the number on your screen and in your ear, 703-228-0955. Daniel.
And Craig, on to our next senior story for tonight. Elizabeth Crowther from Arlington Solid Waste Bureau will be meeting with seniors to describe the county's recycling services and resources. She will describe what you can and cannot recycle and the county's recycling practices and goals. That's coming up on Wednesday, August the 21st at 1 p.m. That's at the Aurora Hills Community and Senior Center. That's located at 735 18th Street South. For more information, give them a call at 703-228-5722. Craig.
And Daniel, also in our News for Seniors file, Arlington resident and international traveler George McDonald will present a visual tour of his experiences living and teaching children in the exotic country of Thailand. He will share highlights of his adventure in a Thai village on the Mekong River, an elephant nature park in Chiang Mai, and the exciting capital of Bangkok. This program will take place on Tuesday, August 20, at 1 in the afternoon at Langston Brown Community and Senior Center, located at 2121 North Culpeper Street. For more information and to register, give them a call at this number, 703-228-6300. Daniel.
And Craig, Amazon's Alexa is a virtual assistant capable of voice interactions, making lists, playing music, and yes, providing the news. Donna Pastore, president of Arlington Neighborhood Village, will share her experiences using Alexa. She will also demonstrate its capabilities. That's coming up on Thursday. That's August the 22nd at 10 a.m. at the Walter Reed Community and Senior Center. That's located at 2909 16th Street South. To register, give them a call at 703-228-0955. And as always, Craig, we want to thank our own Judy Masamdi for this week's Senior Stories. Thank you, Judy, for everything you do.
You bet. Thanks, Judy. All righty. Almost time to wrap up, and we'll be back with bye-bye and sign off right after we hear some good thoughts and words from the folks at Opera Nova.
Ma quel sogno s'intralciato e quel simbolo spiegato, ma quel sogno s'intralciato e quel simbolo spiegato. La campana suona questa allegria in casa mia, quelle penne siete voi, quell'angolo breve addio. Resta l'asino di voi, ma quell'asino son io. Chi mi guarderà vede chiaro che il somaro è il genitor, il somaro è il genitor, il somaro è il genitore.
He was dreaming very nicely, and then he heard ka-chi-chi. His daughters woke him up, and now he's telling us that he believes he is the donkey that he was dreaming about, and the kids are actually royalty.
Bellissima regina, l'una e l'altra libera, e una rosina di Napolia Bracea, un ridicolo di qua, servo, 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 un ripapolo di là, servo, 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 e la gloria mia sarà, sì sì, la gloria mia sarà. Bellissima regina, l'una e l'altra libera, e una rosina di Napolia Bracea, un ridicolo qua, un ripapolo là, un ridicolo qua, un ripapolo là, e la gloria, e la gloria, e la gloria mia sarà, un ridicolo là, un ripapolo là, un ridicolo qua, un ripapolo là, e la gloria, e la gloria, e la gloria mia sarà. Bellissima regina, vinterà, e ricordo una rosina di Napolia Bracea, e la gloria mia sarà, e la gloria mia sarà, mia sarà, mia sarà, mia sarà, mia sarà. Oh, the prince is coming.
The prince is undercover. He's gonna meet Cinderella.
Okay.
Yeah,
And we're
great
back to-
performance. Yes.
Opera Nova.
Yeah.
And this thing, in case you're wondering,
Whoa.
over here on the side
Be
of the
careful with
desk
that.
is a javelin, is a turbo jab made by Tom Petronoff.
Yeah.
And it's one of the items that
Uh-huh.
you use in the Northern Virginia Senior Olympics coming up September 14th.
Okay.
You have to pre-register by August 24th, I think, either
Dangerous,
online or
huh?
in the mail. And this thing, you throw it as far as you can, as hard as you can. And we were talking to Judy Misabny just a little while ago
Mm-hmm.
about all of the good things that are taking place in all of the events with some 900 participants coming to this year's Northern Virginia Senior
Gotta
Olympics.
practice.
So I'm going to go home and practice and
Practice
see
there,
how
yeah.
far up I can throw this thing across
Is
the
it heavy?
street, maybe. No, it's very light. Check it out. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's a turbo jab.
You gotta try it out, correct? You
Turbo
gotta
jab.
share
So
this.
I'm going to work on my turbo jab for Northern Virginia Senior Olympics
Yeah.
coming up shortly here in September. So get ready.
Yep,
and
get ready. Senior Olympics.
we got to go, right?
Yeah.
We're out of time. So our time is up. We thank you for years for watching this
you.
edition of Don Hammond's Arlington Weekly News. And next week, if you're out there, we'll be here and we'll try it all again. Have a safe week. Bye-bye.